Hi friends, let us welcome back to our channel. So that is Point Out. So we have started a new series, that is NCRT series. So as a part of series, so we have completed many chapters. Okay, so that is we have discussed about Constitution of India. Then we have moved to the second chapter, that is understanding secularism. Okay, understanding secularism. Then further we have discussed about why do we need a parliament, then further we have discussed the role of judiciary and importance of the judiciary. Okay, then we understand about the marginalization. So we discussed about the complex phenomena of marginalization and how it impacts on socially, economically, and living standards of a life. So we have discussed about the complex phenomena through understanding marginalization. Okay, understanding marginalization, and currently we have completed confronted of marginalization. So from this lesson we discussed how to address the complex phenomena, that is marginalization. Okay, so we have seen various ways how Adivasis marginalization was addressed, how Muslim community marginalization was addressed, then how minorities marginalization was addressed. So in this way we have completed up to these so these are the chapters we have completed, and today we are moving to the new chapter, so that is public facilities. Okay, that is public facilities. So I hope you are understanding the concept very well. Public facilities. So from this chapter, so we are going to discuss majorly what is universal access, what does it mean, and why water called it as universal access. Okay, why, what is universal access? Universal access, and why water termed it as universal access. Then we are going to see different scenarios related to water, related to water at Chennai. At, so it is not only happening at Chennai but every place. But we are taking Chennai as an example. Okay. Then we are going to discuss so why water was included in the fundamental right. Okay. So in Article 21, so right to life, why water was included in fundamental right. Fundamental right. From Article 21. Article 21. So this is what today we are going to discuss. So our class, we are going to learn all these topics. So now let's discuss about the first topic, that is public facilities. Okay, before going to understand all such things, we need to understand what does it mean public facilities. Public facilities. So let's see. So public facilities, they are the basic amenities. They are the most required for the survival of human beings, to enhance the dignity of life or to run properly. Okay, so they are the basic amenities or the basic needs. So examples are such as electricity, electricity, next food, shelter, food, next education, further water, air. So these all are comes under the basic amenities. Okay, this all are comes under basic amenities to lead a good life by the human beings. These are needed for the dignity of life, to lead a good life. So these are the basic credentials. So these are needed for the survival. So these things are provided by the government. So these things are, if anyone were lagging to access. So some people in our country, there were rich people and there poor people and there were mediocres. Okay, middle class people. So for everyone, accessing all these things will become impossible. Okay, so some people, because of the financial and their political power or some other powers, they have somewhat more. But when it comes to poor people, so they didn't get proper access, and they are the essential and the basic to lead a good life or a dignified life. So wherever they were deprived, so that deprivation should wanted to be removed by the government or state. Okay, so these all things are provided by the government of India, government or state, so to lead a dignified life. Okay, so some people were unable to access, so further it should wanted to provided by the government. So then how they will get? So for them the source of income will be the people, that is public. So they are going to pay money in the form of taxes. There were different types of taxes. So through that taxes they are going to pay for the government, and government using that money, so that public money, they are going to invest on public facilities such as education and hospitality. So in all such things, okay, so to fulfill the life of human beings properly with good ingredients. So this is nothing but the public facilities. Examples: schools, colleges, universities, hospitals, and courts. So all such things comes under the courts. And another major advantage of public facilities means, so once public facilities are provided, they are used for the long term and by many people. For example, so established a school from 6th to 10th class. So once it was established, so many number of batches passes from that school. Okay, many number of people were accessing once establishment was taken place. So this is the advantage of the public facilities. So I hope you people will understand what does it mean public facilities. So the basic essentials which are needed for the life, they are the dignity, so which are provided by the government, and For them, the income source will be people's money. They are collected in the form of taxes. So this is nothing but the public facilities. So now let's understand different scenarios. So water is one public facility. So using as water as example, understand the scenario. Okay, water as example. So water in Chennai. So taking water as example, we are trying to understand public facilities. Public facilities. So let's understand. So at Chennai, so there were different types of places, okay, and conditions. Now let's see. So Gopala Swami. So Gopala Swami is a government officer. He used to work at office. So at his house daily, each and every single day, he get pure water from the taps. Okay, pure water from the taps. So he didn't have any scarcity. He have adequate resources of water for the daily use needs, for the drinking water, for washing, cleaning, for everything. He had adequate amount of water. Even though if any scarcity takes place, then he will calls to the municipal water board. Okay, using his influence, he will calls to the municipal water board, and immediately they are going to arrange the water tank for them. So in that way he leads a life. So this is the story of the Gopala Swami in Chennai. Now let's see another person. His name is Subramaniam. Okay, his name is Subramaniam. So Subramaniam, he lived in a apartment. So at his place, for every 2 days he will get a water. He will get water for every 2 days. So that water is not enough for them. So they use it to establish the borewells at their homes. Borewells. But from the borewells, the water is blackish or brownish. So because of proper availability of water, so they were contaminated. So because of that, they were ordered the tankers for the pure drinking water, and nearly they are going to spend 500 to 600 rupees per month on these tankers. Okay, so in this way he is going to lead his life. Now let's see another thing, that is Shiva. So he was staying in a rented house. He was migrated from some other place to Chennai for the sake of work. And at his locality, so getting water is somewhat difficult. He used to collect in the buckets. Water is going to collected in buckets, and he used to pay money to buy the water bottles for the drinking. He purchased water bottles for drinking. So because of these harsh conditions and situations, He did not make family to settle at Chennai. Okay, he came alone. Next, now let's see another one. A woman named as Parvati. Parvati. So she works as a domestic at someone's house. Okay, domestic. So she was used to stay at a hut. So for that it costs, hutman, for that she costs around rupees 600 per month. Per month. So at her locality, nearly there were 60 hutments, and for that 60 hutments there is only one tap at the corner, and all that people wanted to access the such that tap. Only one tap, and everyone should wanted to access that tap, and it was only comes 20 minutes, 20 minutes twice a day. Okay, 2 times a day, and they have to fill that bucket. They have to use it as a drinking water. They have to use for the cleaning, and all the basic needs they have to utilize. Hardly they may get 2 buckets or 3 buckets of water. So what you have noticed from this example means, so based on the economic conditions, based on the job profession, so the water is getting for them. Okay, the water is getting for them. So if water scarcity taken place, it directly impacting on the poor people, and those who are not unable to bear such level of cost, so they are impacting, and those who are highly income stable and influential, so they are, nothing is happening for them. How much the scarcity will be, they are anyhow accessing the pure drinking water, but truly those who are impacting means the poor people. Okay, the poor people. So for them, the government should want to take the initiation to improve the dignity of life in the society, to lead a good life for them. So because of the economic conditions and the professionalism, influential, so it was impacting on the water access. So let us conclude out from this. So from that situation we have understood that, so based on the financial or economical conditions, so access is impacting. Okay, so access of water is impacting, and scarcity of water is impacting on poor, those who impacting on poor people. So this is all about the conclusion from that examples. So now let's understand so why water is the basic essential and why it was included in the fundamental rights. Why water was included, was considered as a fundamental right. So we all know that water is the basic essential and a basic credential. So we use water for the drinking, for cleaning, and each and every chore of to run a house. We use the water. But water is not only for the basic needs, it also impacts on the health conditions. So because of non-pure drinking water, so there were many cases repeated. Okay, there were many cases repeated such that many people were died because of the diseases. So basic but so non-proper drinking water, there were many diseases were taken place. What we say means waterborne diseases. Waterborne diseases. So example, cholera. Next, diarrhea. Next, dysentery. So all such things were impacted because of non-availability of proper drinking water. These things were taken place. So now let's see a report. According to the report, so those who are age group less than 5, so the kids who are less than 5, because of the waterborne diseases, nearly 1600 people were died in our India per every single day. Okay, per every single day 1600 children were died because of the waterborne diseases. 1600 child less than 5 years were died because of non-availability of proper drinking water. Okay, so now we understood water is not only the basic need, but it also impacts on the health, heavily on the health conditions. So water is the most essential. So now let's understand why water became as a fundamental right through two case studies. Okay, let's see case studies. Let's see through case studies. The first case study is, so it's an Supreme from the Andhra Pradesh, Mehboob Nagar district people were filed a petition at Supreme Court against the textile industry. So for the Mehboob Nagar people, there is a one river. That is the major source for them, irrigation and drinking facility. For daily needs also they use that water. But because of the textile industry, so textile industry continuously releasing the gases, poisonous chemicals into that river. So because of that, the river was contaminating, aquatic animals were dying, and day by day, so they are becoming unfit to utilize that water. They are not proper to utilize for the basic chores or for the irrigation purpose, for the drinking purpose. So they are not they are becoming unfit, and they filed a case at Supreme Court. Okay, so Mehboob Nagar from Andhra Pradesh versus textile industry at Supreme Court. So from this they identified, so water is the basic amenity, it is the most important. Okay, then right to So according to the Article 21, so according to Article 21, right to freedom of life, right to freedom of life. Water is also most important, so then they were included that right to water as fundamental right, included. So fundamental right. So in this way, right to water became a fundamental right. It says that importance of the water. So this is the case study 1. Now let's see second. Second case study is so it's a Tata Industries versus Tata Industries versus Bihar. So at Bihar, one person, so he is a journalist. So he filed a petition at Supreme Court against the Tata Iron and Steel Industries. So against this, and secondly Tata Refineries. So he filed a case against Supreme Court because of these chemicals and dispose of waste materials into the Bokhara river taken place. Because of this contamination of Bokhara river contaminated. So many aquatic animals were died, and they are not getting to use as an daily needs or for the irrigation purpose. So they are missing their livelihood. So then they complained against these people. So as a judgment, so water became, so water was treated as a judgment right to freedom of free and pure free air and water. So it's our right, it's our fundamental right to access pure air and pure form of water. So this is all about the today's class, friends. So in the next class we are going to discuss about the role of the government to facilitate the public rights. To facilitate the public rights. So this is all about today's class. Thank you, friends.